Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay Blaze.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
What we're bringing?
Opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it, amongst other things that are obsolete in this world. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing every day today and every day? How y'all doing, everyone? What's up? This is the Everything Obsolete podcast. I am your host for this evening, Bobby Summers. Always the better half of this show, Jay Blaze, is with us right here. We kind of taking this on a different type of journey for this very last episode of Live EOP. But you already know the topics and views are pretty current. Opinions are obsolete. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's go. Today is going to be filled with a bunch of a bunch of highlights. I'm gonna put it that way. I think today's episode is pretty evened out with entertainment versus sports. But definitely a lot to talk about as far as, and I got my list because I'm solo today and I'm outside. So no PC action. So I can't just look up my intel, make sure I ain't talking shit. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I think we're pretty even, man. I think I'm gonna start off with entertainment this time, and I'm gonna end it with a slew of sports. Fuck it, let's go. Like the past week, within the last week, a lot of things has happened in the entertainment world, and all the way up to like present time, like right this second. So let's get this started with the where should we start? All right, you know what? I'm gonna start off with It Is What It Is show star host co-host Cameron having a little dispute, if you would say, with an old time friend, Dame Dash, and how things are not as friendly at this particular juncture in their lives. You got I don't know, you got one person just, for lack of a better term, trying to reach and touch some of his old Ken folk, meaning Damon Dash. And I think what's happening is the wrong things are being said and provoking the wrong actions, when on some real shit, if you know, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, way back in the day, Cameron was in a bad situation with his label, and he wasn't on the best of terms, like right now with Dame Dash, but he reached out. He put his ego to the side for a quick second, reached out to Dame Dash, basically was like, help. Dame Dash did so. And if you know, you know. Great career a la Rockefeller for Cameron. And the Dipset were, that was a power move back then. Cool. Fast forward to right now. I think the roles have reversed. I don't see anybody talking about this, so I will. Because I don't give a fuck. My opinion don't fucking matter, right? Dame Dash is not putting his ego to the side and asking kinfolk for help. Whatever that help may be, whether it's financial, whether it's business moves. Just because you ask somebody for help don't mean you ain't a boss. I'm going to repeat that. Just because you ask someone for help does not mean you are a boss or not a boss. That's directly for Dame Dash to hear. I don't give a fuck if I ain't a millionaire like him. I think that's something he needs to hear. One more time. Just because you ask for help does not mean you are not a boss. And this particular time, I think he needed to put his ego aside and ask whoever he wanted to for help in the particular situation that he's in. A lot to do with the paid in full rights, excuse me. A lot to do with the Rockefeller rights, that whole situation. I kind of reported a little bit about that, gave my opinion. I thought it was a power move for Cam and Mace to try to buy that third that Dame Dash owed. If anybody should own it, it should be us, meaning us, and not the wrong type of people owning Rockefeller or a piece of it. Heard some interesting news off the Is What It Is commentary, where they were like, Cam and Mace, or particularly Cam, because he's more vocal about that shit, because Cam, that shit eats at Cam a little bit, like, and he said something like, for the camera, this whole This Is What It Is thing, this is for entertainment purposes. But me and Mace behind doors, we were really trying to buy that shit so that Dame don't look crazy to the public. Like, that's still our mans, you know what I mean? And Mace don't even fuck with Dash like that, and was still like, these niggas were gonna go $500,000 a piece to buy it, because it was a mill. From Cam's mouth to my ears, via the Is What It Is show, he said, Dame was like, I might have another deal, so-and-so. Cam was like, all right. Next thing you know, couple of weeks passed by. Some other words were probably said, obviously. But a couple of weeks passed by, and eventually Dame reaches out back to them and is like, hey, y'all want to cop it now? For sure, Mace was like, nah, Cam. That was before. Like, that's not what it is right now. That was 2 weeks ago. Missed opportunity, right? That's on that side of things. But then now you got the paid in full, the paid in full rights situation going on. And now that's eating at Dame. And that's why I had to bring it up, because now it's like a revolving door. And again, just because you reach out and ask for help does not mean you are not a boss. And I'm going to stop that fucking conversation right there. Yeah, I'm going to stop that conversation right there, man, on that. Back to my fucking notes. This might be a little bit of a jump. Oh, let's stay with Cameron. He also had another situation with another person by the name of AB. Mr. Bonner came on the Is What It Is show. And I think what happened was he came on a little bit too, I don't know, aggressively towards the female co-host of the show. It Is What It Is. She go by the name of Stat. To my knowledge, she dates a AMP member. That's a whole other story, but she's dating someone. She's a young woman. AB a little bit too old to be overstepping his boundaries in such a manner, but Cam politely told that dude, which is his mans, was like, yo, all good, Adrian. I love your energy, but hey, you know, she got a man's, and also her man's is here, like in the building for this particular show. Like, that's that's cool. Like the very next words out of AB's mouth, yo, Stat, you look good. This this is how real Cam is. I gotta respect it. I don't give a fuck. I gotta respect it. We from the same neighborhood. Um, that nigga was like, yo, hey, yo, you know what? I already told you once. Here, like, take your money for the show. You gotta go. You gotta get up and go. I ain't feeling you. I ain't feeling. I already told you. Yo, the nigga Cam said we could see you outside if you really want to continue this. But like, here, take your bread for the show, and we're good, fam. Like, and AB was, because they cool with each other. Was like, hey, like Cam, man, that's why you a real one. Like he said it himself. He was like, yo, Cam, that's why you a real one. And she was just quiet, and she was like looking at him like, she said thank you the first time, like a proper woman should do anyway. But Cam still stopped that shit on the part, was like, hey, chill. Her man's here. She has a man, and her man's present. Like, I see what you like, I could see through your words type shit. But she still was like, oh, thank you. Second time that nigga said that shit, Cam was like, yeah, you gotta get up and get off the show. We good. We're not even gonna run this shit. So respect to Cam for that. I don't even think Mace was in the building. I didn't even see Mace in that whole little bit right there. Um, but props to Cam on that. Like excuse me, Cam, yeah. Props to Cam for that. I don't see Cam doing anything but just standing on business. Um, like he always pretty much does. And I like that he's one of the ones that are taking the time to talk on a whole lot of shit. And a lot of times it brings up older stories, and because he lived through a lot of these stories, and like, as a human being, like, it's dope that he could spit those stories back out to a lot of people that weren't privy to them, you know what I mean? And or weren't privy to the behind the scene look, because he was there, and a lot of history of hip hop. Early 2000s was bananas. But yeah, he's just standing on business, so I want to send my respect to that. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? We're gonna jump in. We're gonna get off the seriousness, get into some other serious type shit. Cause your girl, the women, your girl Kaylani, please say the name right. Kaylani is pissed the hell off at these AI bots out there getting signed to multi-million-dollar deals. How about that? And she just jumped on a little, not a quick little rant, just saying, hey, you know what I mean? Like, there's no laws behind it, so we can't do anything about it yet. But it's crazy how people are vibing out to AI music. Like, literally, AI is an embodiment of multiple people's voices just smashed together, and it creates this voice and sing. And, so they're signing these AI bots to multi-million-dollar contracts. Meanwhile, the real artist, Nathan. So props out to Kaylani for speaking up on some shit like that, because that's fucking hilarious. I don't know how else to say it. Um, let's jump. I try not to, but I also want to talk about one thing about your boy who's killing it right now in R&B, Chris Brown. Once again, some Chris Brown news. Real quick one though. He is the first R&B singer to sell out MetLife Stadium back-to-back nights. The stadium seats 82,000 people. Yeah, that's where the New York Giants play, MetLife Arena. And so do the New York Jets. Yes, so do the New York Jets. I should know. I lived out there for more than half my life. So yes. Uh, if you don't think that's amazing, another accolade for your boy Chris. Uh, and it just don't circulate enough. I think. I just think it doesn't circulate enough. So, I mean, I'm gonna keep putting it out there and talking about it. I mean, why not? Um, what else we got to talk about? I think we also are going to talk about a little tragedy. Oh, I know. I meant I'm talking about tragedy, but on a little sadder note, for you older fans out there, even anyone older than what me and Blaze are, the passing of Robert Redford. Um, that's probably a big deal to a lot of people who are in that world. So in the acting community. So yeah, condolences for that. I mean, he lived. He was old. He was an older man, right? I think he was like 81, something like that. Anyway, there happened to be a. This is gonna lead to some, y'all. There was a tragic murder, assassination of I guess a young man, yep, because he was 30 years old. So the tragic assassination murder of Mr. Charlie Kirk. He was an Arizona resident. Today is his funeral. Is live on TV. Probably ended by now. A lot of people. I think the president was here as well. A lot of people spoke on his behalf. Family, other political people, or whatever. Um, I I don't have much to say on that at all. I'm not into those type of politics. But no matter if it's in that type of world or that type of space or the space um, in the ghetto, the hood, when that type of shit happens, there's always a reason. It doesn't matter what the reason truly is, whether it was a good reason or bad reason. I'm not debating anything like that, but there's always a reason. Um, and for this particular situation, there definitely was a reason. Whoever knows knows. Um, and I'm putting it down with, like, president assassinations and political assassinations and everyday murders that go on in the hood. Like, there's a reason. There's always a reason. Whether you like it or not is beside the point. So I'm gonna drop that right there. Um, I think I think that's all I got as far as entertainment and pop culture, because I'm about to switch it all the way up and get into the shit that we mostly like to talk about: sports. I'm gonna start off with talking about a Mrs. Molly Quinn saying bye bye to ESPN after 19 years. 10 of them were on First Take. Oh, pardon me, pardon me. I got my Labrador here. She she wants to go outside. Why? She can't. She can't even come outside. They locked. The dogs had to come out and play. But yeah, 10 years, like I said, on first take. Uh, I think she has something to do with saying, yay or nay to a contract, and she was just like, you know what, it's time to pivot. So good for her. Good for her. Toodles for her. She put in her time. In both cases. So I think for ESPN in general, she ends at the end of this year, but the first take took place immediately. Um, Also, want to look at or talk about the Canelo Crawford fight. I guess Crawford handled his business and he got Canelo's belts. It was a, it was, I don't think I heard anybody say it was a bad fight. So we're going to say it was a good ass fight because I didn't hear otherwise. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, oh, you know what? You know what I didn't mention with the entertainment? That should popped in my head. Jimmy Kimmel got suspended from the Late Show because he mentioned something about Charlie Kirk's passing that wasn't to the liking of. Even the president got involved with some words. We never seen some shit like that. That's like we talking freedom of speech type stuff, huh? My bad, y'all. Let's go back to sports. Uh, so yeah, Canelo got his belt stripped from him. Crawford is holding it down for sure. Uh, what else we got in sports, man? We got Shador Sanders. Let's go right into football. Fuck, I had to get off that topic real quick. So Shador Sanders, he made the 53-man team because they just, after like week 2, it has to be solidified, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Coming in? Oh, he did. Yep. Here you go, y'all. Don't you love a live show? Don't you love a live show? Shit, I love live shows. Uh, but yeah, Shador Sanders, back to the NFL. Shador Sanders was like, he made the 53-man team, but here's some crazy shit. Like, I don't even know where to begin to even think about how someone could be set up for success or failure. Because Shador Sanders made the 53-man roster, but that last game that he played, 4 out of the 5 line. What's up? Yeah, I had to turn on these lights. Changing positions. Ah, yeah. So Shador Sanders, hold on. Shador Sanders made the 53-man roster team, but again, like I was saying, 3 out of the 4 linemen did not make did not make the roster. So again, that's my earlier remark about making making the making it possible for someone to succeed or not succeed. There's a fine line, bro. I mean, you can't make this up. There's a fine line between setting someone up for success or failure. And I gotta tell you, if it doesn't look any other way to you, then for in Shador Sanders' case, I mean, oh, hold on 1 second. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, if it doesn't look any other way to you, I don't know. I don't know if you might need glasses or not because what's happening over there is suspect, I think, on many levels. Um, I'm gonna leave that right there with that because that's weird as fuck to me. You got staying with the NFL. You got the Chiefs as of today are 0-2, and everybody might be thinking, "Hey, what's wrong with them?" Which I mean, I guess ain't no moral victories, right? But if you look at the Chiefs' stats, they are still stat wise better than like 92% of the NFL right now. And they're 0-2. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all just hear what I said? They, they, they have numbers on every level that you could think of. Even their quarterback is top 4 QBR rating in the NFL. They're 0-2. They've lost 2 games by a combined 6 points. The last game they lost, they out yard the quarterback that beat them the last week had 101 yards throwing. What the talk would have been about had the Chiefs won. I wonder. I wonder. What up? What else? We still got some more football? Let me see some. No, I mean that's all I think I got for football. Those are the 2 big things that were like that were on my brain cells, man. Cause I just felt that those 2 storylines. I don't know if people talked about it, but like I still think Kansas City is probably going to be in the Super Bowl, if not the conference finals. Yeah, I said the NBA term. Um, Good segue because we're gonna go right into some basketball. We're gonna go right into the WNBA. Over here at the Everything Absolutely podcast, Jay Blaze, Bobby Summers, we love some WNBA basketball. I mean, we kind of run the show through through the season of the WNBA, purposely because of the beautiful Jay Blaze. But let's talk about Aja Wilson and Alana Smith winning Co-Defensive Player of the Year award. First time ever in WNBA history that the award has been split. Interesting. Because when you look at numbers from Aja compared to Alana Smith, yes, Alana Smith has some good defensive numbers. But they ain't better than Aja Wilson's. They didn't end the season on a 16-game win streak like Aja Wilson's team did. The Lynx, which is Smith's team, actually probably those last 5, no, they were probably like 4-2, 4-2, something like that. Anyway, just something to think about. How Asia didn't get, she didn't get the award solely, but she did not get the award. It's just interesting because if any award should have been split for this year, it probably, for less of a debate, could have been the MVP award. Because if Aja Wilson don't get that award this year, and Nafisi Akala doesn't either, something is fucking wrong with the WNBA on that level. because that's the award that they could possibly, with no debate, split between those two women. The numbers are there. Again, Aja got she broke 7 records this year. It's phenomenal what she does. But Nafisia had a hell of, lunchbox helmet. But then she got hurt. The team finkled off, which shows that she is valuable to her team. Vegas was playing 500 basketball until they went on that 16-game win streak. So, and then Aja's numbers are far superior in a sense to Nafisia's. As far as points, rebounds per game, points per game, or steals, blocks, all that good shit. So, staying with Nafisia, we're gonna talk about how her and Stewart from the New York Liberty, right after this season, they kind of go, well, no, is it right after the season or before? I can't remember, but their league, the Unrivaled League, proud to announce that they added 2 new clubs to their Unrivaled Basketball League, 3-on-3 league. One team is called the Hive, the Hive Basketball Club, and then it's the Breeze Basketball Club. So only been out for a year or so, and they're already growing and expanding. That's a great fucking look. They are also adding a player development pool, which now increases the amount of players that are in the league to a number that is 53. What I can't recall is what was the number before 53. So right now, 53 people make up the Unrivaled League players make up the league of Unrivaled Basketball. And with the expansion coming, that's it's all a good look for this league that 2 women, brought up from scratch. So, yeah, props. We're about giving props and flowers. They gotta get it. They gotta get it. I mean, that gotta be some of the dopest shit you've seen. Like, you take it for granted. Like you're seeing a business and being built such as that. And if it's kind of like Ice Cube's Big 3. Like that shit is already going on like 7 years, no? 7, 8 years. Like, see how time flies. Like, am I bugging? Or am I wrong? Can somebody look that up for me? How many years the Big 3 has been around, has existed? Is somebody down here with me? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, look that up, please. Can somebody hear me? Can somebody hear me over there? Just look that up. Though. How long the Big 3's been in existence? Or been running? I'm gonna guess like 7, 8, but it could be, And yeah, what? So again, they're growing and they're only 2 years in. Like they have the second season hasn't even started. And they're a big reason why this year's NBA All-Star game is going to have 1v1s almost definitely. It's because the women did it first and it was successful. 8 years? The big 3 has been around for 8 years already. 2017 it was its first year, its inaugural season. Look at that. Look how much like how time just flies. It almost feels like you'd be like, oh, the Big 3 just it's new. It's a new thing. Not really. So big ups to Nafisia and Stewart. Staying with a little bit with Stewart, I gotta talk about how Stewie's season was kind of fucked. When she got hurt, it kind of threw a wrench into the cog, the system. So she came back. She played. She got hurt like second quarter of the first game. I think the first playoff game, and then she was never the same in first playoff series, excuse me. But when I seen her get hurt, it was for the game, to do or die. And yeah, so Liberty got bumped, so they will not be repeating. It's super fucking hard to repeat in any sport. Um, yeah, so I got I'm glad I transitioned because when Stewie and Inesco were with their coach sitting down at the podium after the game, I gotta say it like this, man. I gotta keep it a buck. Some dumbass reporter with all three of them on the podium asked them, Stewie and Inesco, should their fucking coach be fired? You know what Stewie is G for this. You know what Stewie said? I'm gonna say it verbatim. She was like, "The fuck? Like what? The fuck? Fuck you!" Like I think the coach just kind of chuckled and looked at Stewie and Onesco like, "This is the shit we gotta deal with, man." Like the way, like, man, just think about what you're saying before you say it in moments such as that. Those are the type of words that get you slapped. Um, like like if New York played bad, it was actually a close. I think they lost by like they didn't get blown out. Somebody look that up? New York Liberty Phoenix, right? It was Phoenix that beat them. New York Liberty Phoenix score. I don't think maybe anyway. Stewie was still up on her team and was like, "We good." Only one team gets to be happy at the end. These are verbatim what she was saying. Only one team gets to be happy at the end. So it ain't like she bullshitting on that. So, um, what else I could talk about, man? I think I'm gonna talk NBA. NBA, I don't really got much. Nah, on rival. Yeah, I mean, if I want to talk some Warrior news, Jimmy and Draymond Green were like supposedly. Oh, they lost by six. Stewie, the Liberty to Phoenix. That last game they lost by six, and Stewie was on a bad leg. Like her leg is like she needs this rest anyway, especially if she wants to get ready for Unrivaled. If she chooses to play in it for another year. But with the Jimmy and Draymond Green supposedly reached out to, they touched base, clocked in, to the Warriors and was like, "Hey, like, what's going on? Like, what is y'all plans? Cause you wanna fill us in, like the Kuminga thing. Like, what's going on? Like, we need to hit the floor running." And you can't be mad at that because there's a lot of stallions in the league this coming year that are ready to roll, and the Warriors they gotta be ready to go blow for blow. Pause. Uh, I'm gonna. Ooh, I got a couple of more for you, right? Got a couple of more for you, y'all. Some interesting that because we don't really talk these two particular sports, but I'm gonna quickly talk about MLB. Clayton Kershaw. If you don't know the name, Google it. Your boy is saying goodbye to the MLB and retiring after the season. His last outing was a few days ago. Standing ovation, as he should. I think he's something like a 2-3 time World Series champ. He's one of the best pitchers ever to step foot on the mound. The career was phenomenal. Your boy saying goodbye to baseball, man. Like that's how I know me and Blaze we definitely getting old. All like we've seen like three generations of athletes that we grown to love growing up to the age we are right now. And they're saying goodbye to their respective sports, and it's like crazy. I mean, even in like music and like rap, where you see the newer generation coming in, and they become vets, and you're like, oh shit, like if they were vets, they're not even really my era, and now they're vets. Like you just see the rotated, like life. Man, life passes by, man. Enjoy that shit, man. Have fun. Do what you do, man. Like, because that was the MLB thing. Second sport thing that we ain't never talked about before, but we're gonna talk about it now. WWE. They just partnered up with ESPN, and if you didn't know, John Cena is gonna be retiring from wrestling for sure. So he went on like this little mini grand tour. He got like 5, 6 stops left, but this last stop was the Palooza. And guess what he was? A loser to Brock Lesnar. It was epic though. I saw it on ESPN. If you didn't, you lying. Because if you watch ESPN, you saw it. Brock Lesnar hit him. Well, first he hit Brock Lesnar with some of his moves, couple of them. Bing bong. Then Brock gave it to him 9 times straight. Stop playing, Brock. EB was like, I ain't got you. Nah, fam. This is mine. I still got a few years left. You got none. Let's go. Got Cena walking off as you know, holding that L, and he carried it on his shoulder and he said goodbye. It was great. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment for wrestling. It was a beautiful bonding with the ESPN group. It's the first time I think ESPN ever hosted a WWE match, if I'm not mistaken. And they also interviewed Triple H, because I think Triple H is like almost like running some shit a little bit in the WWE side. And I bring them up because if you're a real wrestling fan, I ain't gonna even act like I am. But if you know even a little bit about wrestling, your boy Triple H is married to the old school owner that I know, McMahon's daughter. Am I saying this right? I don't even know if I'm saying this right, man. Somebody want to Google that? McMahon, WWE McMahon, WWE McMahon, MC McMahon, MCMAN, because I don't know exactly how to spell it. So WWE McMahon daughter, you know, something like that. Just I can't remember her first name, but yeah, Triple H. Or put it that way, who is Triple H married to? Yeah, like I think that's that. I'm ending it with the WWE news. I love it. This is epic for me. WWE news on the Everything Obsolete podcast. Let's go. You can't get no obsolete than that. Let's go. Sorry to the 17 billion wrestling fans that no one thinks exist, but he's married to who? Stephanie McMahon. There you go, ladies. I ain't bullshit, dogs. I got obsolete shit out here that I'm talking about, bruh. Talk about that shit, man. But with that being said, like it's a big move for that sports world, and Cena's ending it, and I think there's another big fight coming up with one of the Reigns brothers. He's protecting his belt. I can't remember who he's fighting. But there's another big match coming up on that. I would talk more about UFC, but I feel like UFC. I felt like when I was younger there was bigger gaps between UFC fights, but now I feel like there's UFC fights like every fucking 3 weeks. There's a UFC fight, so I can't keep up. But yeah, that's I I think we wrapping it up on that. I felt good this episode. Again, this is the very last episode of season 2 live. We got one more episode for you. We've been holding it in the bank since last year. I'm telling you, Logic, if you ever see this, believe me, brother, we dropping it. It's in the bank. It's in the vault. It's coming and it's ending season 2. We're gonna give you a proper introduction, and then we dropping it for episode 9, if I'm not mistaken, of season 2. It's a wrap for everybody. We want to thank everybody for just hearing us for 2 seconds or just checking in on socials, man. Catch us both. You gonna see Jay Blaze TwitchCon, baby. She gonna be all over the internet during TwitchCon. It's gonna be record-breaking views for fucking Jay Blaze as she learns this whole social, especially at TwitchCon. You're gonna see her there October 18th. Tune in. She gonna be all over, like I said. This is the Everything Obsolete podcast. To Jay Blaze, I am Bobby Summers. We see you next year. Let's go.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on socials and all available platforms. See you next when no topics are safe on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the host and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.